Arizona and the Dodgers. Bumgarner going for the Diamondbacks today. Tony Gonsolin going to get the start for the Dodgers. Dodgers a huge favorite, 235. Diamondbacks plus 195. The total in this game, 8.5, shaded towards the under at minus 115. Base winner, I know that you like the Dodgers in this game, and you're going to use it as part of a parlay. I'll just say before you get into your handicapping here, it is insane to have Tony Gonsolin as a 235 favorite. And I understand a lot of people are banking on the do theory that the Dodgers are going to just all of a sudden, shake off that horrible weekend they had against the Phillies where they just, gave up so many runs. I'm rooting you on, my friend, and I see why you'd have to play it in a parlay. I don't know if you're banking on the do theory, but you can't be handicapping Tony Gonsolin here, I don't think.
If you look at Tony Gonsolin's swinging strike percentage and his starts,
Mark. Seriously, he's trying to tell us that Gonsolin's the next Ty Cobb.
I'm not saying that, but let's compare apples to apples, and I'll just go game by game with Gonsolin. Swinging strike percentage: 14.5, 14.9, 14.5, 9.3, 15.4, 3.6. Did have a bad game last time, but let's look at Mr. Madison Bumgarner, and he can kill snakes, which is good. And I love that story, Jeff. That was a good story. But if you look at swinging strike percentage, you go 5.9, 6.5. Well, he had a good game against Washington, 14.5%. And in his last 4 games, swinging strike percentage, 3.8, 5.6, 7.7, 7.3. So I think that just based on that one metric, which I would take over probably any other metric because it has to do with the pitch by pitch score, and it has to do with something the pitcher can control. Gonsolin's better by that comparison. If you look at Stuff Plus, let's look at Stuff Plus. Tony Gonsolin, okay, I'm not saying that he's a world beater by any mean. I've got him at 34% Stuff Plus, but Bumgarner 13% Stuff Plus. And I think that if you can get the whole game here, you get just so much better bullpen. The Diamondbacks, by my ratings, 30th in baseball. The Dodgers, by my ratings, first in baseball. You look at advanced metrics for these teams too. 3 metrics: Arizona 20th in baseball, Dodgers 4th in baseball. I think that if you look at pitching as a whole, and I'll include the starting pitching because I'll say that Gonsolin's as good or better than Bumgarner by my numbers. You get a much better pitching situation, and then the hitting is, I've got the Dodgers best in baseball, so this is a parlay where I'm going to play the best hitting team in baseball. And I'm going to play on the best hitting team in baseball and on the second best hitting team in baseball. And the Diamondbacks, actually, by my numbers, aren't as bad as you would think. They're 19th in baseball from a hitting standpoint. But you put that all in the mixer, and I've got this thing priced at minus 298. I think that it's really good value, and that's why I'm putting it in the parlay with the Yankees.
Good value, 235, Tony Gonsolin. I'll say this about Gonsolin. He's got good run support. His last 2 starts, the Dodgers have scored 11 and 9 runs, so that's nice. But if you're talking about the best pitching staff or bullpen in baseball, Mark, I don't know. If you're going to use ERA, they're number 1, which you don't like to use. But if you go K through 9, which you like to subscribe to, they're 16th in Major League Baseball. This bullpen is not good, and I think that's a big misnomer. This
is the metric that I use. This is kind of how I use in-game stuff or recent stuff. I use swinging strike percentage. Dodgers 8th in baseball. Hard hit per 9. Dodgers 1st in baseball by a lot. I think the next best team in hard hits per 9 is Atlanta.
Yeah, and we're not talking offense. The question here is the defense.
No, I'm talking about the pitching suppression. The pitching hard hits per 9, their bullpen specifically, because you asked me what numbers I use to rate the bullpen. So I use swinging strike percentage, they're 8th, hard hits per 9, they're 1st, and then expected walk rate, they're 10th. So you put all that in the mixer compared to the other 30 teams, they're 4th in baseball by those metrics, TC. So those are the metrics that I use.
Got you. All right, Diamondbacks, like I said, kind of evening off a little bit. They were hot there for a while. Jeff, some quick thoughts here with the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers.
I'll tell you this, the Diamondbacks didn't worry much about the Dodgers and who they were the last time these teams played. They took 2 and 3. Look, I know, and Mark made some good points about Bumgarner. I'm just not going to say he sucks. I just don't think he does. He's seen this team many times, as we know. This Dodger team does not hit lefties well. 228 is a team. I kind of like the under, just being honest. I mean, I actually agree with Mark and Gonsolin. I think he's been solid. Maybe a first 5 under, because the problem that I have with full game unders with Arizona is at times, well, actually not at times, but in general, their bullpen is bad. I mean, it's right up there with Cincy. So, and I have some words about LA's bullpen as well. So, I don't know. If I played this game, I'd look towards like a first 5 under. I think it'd probably be 4. I don't think the Diamondback lineup's any good. I think this Dodger team could struggle against an old crafty wizard. And look at Bumgarner and Greinke.
So is that the term that you? No, is that the term we use when the guys like advanced metrics are terrible, but he has a good, he's got a good ERA. Well, the guy's crafty. Like Greinke. No, you use that on Friday with Greinke. Like he's crafty. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe there's something to that the metrics aren't getting.
Listen, Mark. All due respect, man. I know that you have. I will say I think you work a little harder instead of smarter, at least in my opinion. But that's how you handicap, and I'm not going to knock it too much. The truth of the matter, though, is in his starts, he's very effective. I know that under 200 average against, and the fact that he's only given up more than 1 run once in any start. I know that for you doesn't seem like anything important. To me, that's all I really care about. I think he's crafty. He is. That's the exact word to describe Bumgarner. It's the same word to describe Blackburn, who, by the way, Blackburn won again over the weekend.
Yes,
Mark escaped it because it happened over the weekend, and it didn't happen according to him because he didn't bring it up. Shame on you, Borchard, for not bringing it up.
So you want me to recap Blackburn's advanced metrics every time he starts? I'll be more than happy because they suck. Because they suck. He had another crappy advanced metrics.
We had Blackburn over the weekend. There we go.
But they do matter because that's what people use to evaluate talent moving forward. That's what front offices use.
I'm a mad bum stan. I'm a Blackburn stan. I'm a Greinke stan. I love the old crafty guys. I bet you were the same cat that said Jamie Moyer, his advanced metrics stink. But you know what Jamie Moyer
did? They were bad.
That was before sabermetrics.
No, it wasn't. Those were bad. He was a bad guy to back
But again,
then.
Mark, the truth
you didn't have the same granular data. I don't think I could get swinging strike data back then. Though,
these guys defy these stupid analytics that don't mean anything.
These analytics that front offices use around the league to give contracts to players.
Let me tell you something. This is not the discussion you want to get in about. These stupid front offices are the dumbest people on the face of the planet.
Oh my gosh!
Mark,
guys with PhD in computer science and statistics. They're dumb guys.
Mark, listen. And we go on the street, and everybody's the same people. None of this shit matters in real life. I'm going to tell you that. At the end of the day, these organizations are stupid. They have no idea what they're doing. Fans could run these teams better than these clowns can. And that's the truth of the matter. I know we can talk about, they're smarter than me because they went to some, Oxford or whatever. I don't give a at the end of the day, that's
you know what, Jeff? Maybe you're onto something, actually. Maybe these guys need to bring a guy like you in.
Mark.
Because maybe they can because these analytics aren't 100% perfect, so maybe they can marry the analytics with the street smart stuff. I'm not throwing shade at you. I'm serious.
No, you're right. And at the end of the day, Mark, look at some of these organizations that thrive on analytics. The Oakland Athletics, one of the worst organizations.
Well, they have some budget constraints too. I mean, they've really put out some good players, and they have to let them go. So
right. There's no happy medium there. Cleveland Cavaliers have talked about analytics for years. They've been one of the worst teams in the NBA outside of having LeBron James. So I don't, we need a happy medium. That's all I'm saying.
All right, guys. So we're locking BaseWinner in with the Dodgers. It's the second half of his parlay play. Yankees, Dodgers, offense there for the BaseWinner. Oh.